The original size of this triangle was 3, 2, and 1. That's how large the size. 1, 1, 2, and 3. And I stretch these out, they're going to go up at the same rate. So let's say this one here is 3 times as big. So this is going to be 9, 6, and 3. Because going from this one to this one, we're going to multiply these by 3. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? What do I mean by similar, as in they grow? So what if I made another one here? I'm going to make another one. I'm going to tell you that these are similar. And the symbol for similar is a little squiggly line that looks like this. Okay? Now I'm going to give these numbers, this exact same numbers, because they're good numbers to multiply by. Okay? Now, if I said this now was 4 times as big, right? This one's 4 times as big. Could anyone tell me what this number is going to be, what this number is going to be, and what this number is going to be? And you can write blue, pink, or orange in those. If it's 4 times as big, what do you think those numbers are going to be? The blue, pink, and orange ones. 5 similar triangles. Blue is 12. Good. Does anyone else have another answer? I'm gonna wait for you. Kenneth Alexander, pink is 8. And what's the orange one? Oh, yellow is 4. I thought that was orange. Alright. So good. So they're similar because they go up at the same speed. So now, knowing that, I'm going to put 2 triangles down here. Actually, let's go this one now. I'm going to give you 2 other numbers here. Let's go 10. Let's go 8. And let's go 4. Okay? Now, can you guys fill in? What is wrong with my OneNote today? Can you guys fill in if I told you this one was 4 and that this was similar, this triangle was similar to that triangle? Can you tell me what the rest of these are going to be? What's going to be my orange? And what's going to be my other blue one? So my orange is going to be, the other blue is 2. Good. And that other orange is what? What did I see there? The other orange is 5. So how did we go from here? How come I only can pick that one today? How did we go from here to here? What math went from 8 to 4? What did we do to that 8 to get to 4? Minus 4 is one way of doing it. More specifically, yeah, divide by 2. Right? Whenever you're going between triangles, it's either going to be a division or a multiplication. Okay? Divide or multiply. Let's do another one here. Oops, where'd my triangle go? So I'm going to pull this triangle down here, our trusty first one. Let's put a second one down over here. Let's make this one bigger. I'll give you some numbers here. I'm only allowed to, oh. So let's say this is 3. Can I switch colors this time? Yes. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Okay? And let me give you one that this is, there you go. So give me my pink and my purple numbers. Okay? And I'll tell you that these are similar. Put that wiggly line in there and tell you that they're similar. So who can tell me my purple and my blue numbers? If we knew that green was 3 and became 15, our purple is 5. Are you sure about that number, Emma? Think about how did we get to, think about how we go from 3 to 15. What happens as either a multiply or divide? All right, times it by 5. Good. So blue is, right, purple is 10. And our blue is what? Our blue is 5. Because here, we got this one by going 1 times 5 equals, so here we go 3 times what equals 15? Well, 3 times 5 equals 15. So there's our magic number. So this one here is going to be 2 times 5 equals 10. This one here is 1 times 5 equals 5. Okay? Let's try another one. So here, so let me give you, let's go again here. Let's make this one 20, this one 8, this one 12. I'm going to give you this side here. So how do we go from there to there using a multiply or divide? That's what you're trying to solve right now. Okay? And then I want to know my green side and my purple side. Good job. You divide by 4. So Trey recognized 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So what's my other numbers then? What's my green is 5, okay. And my purple is what? My purple's 3. Good. Alright, now I want you to tell me, knowing that similar triangles go up or down by the same rate for all the sides. Okay? If you look back at this one here, we multiply by 4. They're all multiples of 4 to each other. These ones were divisions by 2 for each other. These ones multiplied by 3. These were divisions of 4. Now what I want you to tell me is, are these two triangles I'm about to draw here, are these similar? Okay? Let's go with like 10, 5, and 4, and 40, 20, and 25. Are these two triangles similar? Yes or no? Okay, we got some no's. Okay. Can someone tell me why they're not similar? So why are they not similar? Alright, so we recognize here that this was times 4. This was times 4. But is this one times 4? No, right? That should be 16. Okay? Right. Let's do another one here. Oh. Yeah, different number. So let's pretend I draw these triangles that are going to look the same. They aren't. But we're going to pretend they look the same. Tell me if these... Oh, let's go back and make that bigger. Are those two triangles similar? Ignore the angles, because I can't draw. Okay. I got a couple of yeses so far. Good. Now what you guys have just done, you guys did a proof. And the proof is side, side, side. As in they're all multiples of each other. Okay? The way I could write this is I take 1 here. Actually, let's do... I erase my numbers. I'm going to make them colors. Oops, I erased the wrong color. All right. This was what? 390. This was what? 10 and 30. And this last one was 4 and 12. Because if I take these and I put them over each other, 9 over 30, 90 over 30 equals 3. And if I do the next one, 30 divided by 10 equals 3. And I have to do the last one, 12 divided by 4 equals 3. These are all the same. Therefore, their sides all go up by the same rate. So your proof is side, side, side. Okay? So that's one of the proofs. There's 3 proofs we can do. Okay? The other one we can do probably easier if I copy this instead of trying to rewrite it every time. The other one we can do is this one. We can talk about angles. Okay? We can talk about angles. So if this here, we get a triangle look like this. What 2 things are equal on that triangle? If we look at it. What 2 items are equal on that triangle? Well, we have 2 angles that are equal. This angle here and this angle here. Do you guys know what this the green angle is? Good, Trey. It's a right angle. Good. So we know that's same as me writing 90 in there. Is that symbol? Okay? So this is because if these 2 are equal, if we remember there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So if we have 90 and 40 in each of one of these, that means we have only, 50 left. So that means this last one is going to be 50. And if all 3 angles are the same, it's going to be similar as well. So you guys tell me now, Are these two triangles similar? Okay, let me give a 30, a 30, and a 60, and a 60. Okay. Leaving in 15 minutes, they'll be back on, I'm pretty sure, on the way to the place. Oh, okay, I understand what you're doing. I'm also recording it, Luke. So if you do miss it, I'll put the recording in, see where the week 1, content library week 1 video? The recording will be in there, and then you can pop on where we left off. Okay, are these two similar? Yes or no? Why? Because
they have the same numbers of
yeah.
no,
Good. Two angles are the same. If two angles are the same, the third one's automatically going to be the same. Okay? So as long as two angles are the same. What if I drew this? Oh, almost perfect. Let's say this one is 28, and that's a right angle. This one is 72, and that's a right angle. Do you know if these are similar yet? Yes or no? Just by a quick look. 100% yes or no? No, because you don't know the third angle, right? So if you did the math here of 180 minus 72 minus 90, you would get 18. So that means this angle is 18. Are those two triangles similar? Yes or no? Now that you know that's 18. Hello? Teaching you a bunch of boxes right now. Do we know if this is similar?
No.
No. They're not similar. Okay. The last one we can do is, oops. Control V. So right now we have angle, angle, as in two angles, or side, side, side. We also do angle, side, side, angle, side, which means if we have two that are within proportion, right? Oops, that's a horrible number. That's not required. Right, we'll just erase it. Times 4. We have two sides and an angle. Those are similar. Because we have these two sides are the same. Right, we have this side and this side are in proportion. They're times 4. This one and this one is times 4. We have this angle and this angle are the same. So these are three things that we can look at. I've seen something that says angle, side, angle, but if you have two angles, they're equal. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to pull it down here. I'm going to draw a couple of triangles here. I want you to tell me if they are proportional. Not proportional, if they're similar. Okay? So let's do I'm stuck on green for some reason. Let's make this one 8. Can I see in chat if you think if those are similar, yes or no? Okay, why yes, Haley? Which proof did you use? SSS, AA, or SAS? For people who said yes, tell me why. Which of these 3 proofs would you use? SAS. So if you take a look at this side and this side, 8 times 3 equals 24. Over here, 10 times 3 equals 30. Then you have this angle here. That is the same. Okay? Do we see that, everybody? So let's try this one here. So let's make 2 triangles. Oh, that's a horrible one. Okay. Then let's label this side 90, 90, 30, 60. Remember, there's 180 degrees in a triangle. Okay? Do you think these are similar? Yes or no? And tell me which proof. SSS, AA, or SAS? So Trey, you're right. The key to these ones is fill in these blanks, right? I want to fill in these blank spots. Not quite. You're right with the 120. So if we take a look, if we want to fill in those blank spots for this one, it would be, there's 180 degrees in a triangle, minus what we know. Minus 90 minus 60 will equal 30. For this one, it's going to be 180 minus 90 minus 30, which equals 60. Right? Therefore, we have the same angles here, the same angles here, so I can tell you that these are similar. Okay? So now we have to label these triangles. Okay? Let's label this one A, B, and C. Okay? And the key thing when you label the triangles is they go in the same order. So for this one, I went from 30 degrees to 90 degrees to 60 degrees. So if I was going to label this one, and let's label this one X, Y, Z, I have to go from 30 to 90 to 60. So if I write that out, I can say triangle ABC similar to triangle X, Y, Z. Okay? So I'm going to draw two triangles here. Oh, my draw to shape was not on. Alright. So let me do this one. Let's do this first. This is going to be 25, 10, and 60. This one's going to be 60, 5, and 2. First things first. Is our triangle similar? Yes or no? So I got one yeah from Emma. Yes, yes. Okay. Good. So these are similar. Okay. Because if you take a look, now I know it's messing Trey up, and I did this on purpose. Was Trey's looking and saying, hey, the 60's in the wrong spot, right? The 60's in a different spot, but that's okay, because it's still sandwiched between the 50, the 25 and the 10. Like the numbers are in the same place. Okay, so let's take a look here. First of all, we go from 5 to 25 by timesing it by 5. We go from 2 to 10 by timesing this by 5. So those two sides are similar. Check, check. They have one angle that's the same. But on each of these, the angle is between these two numbers, right? It's between those two numbers. Now if I had the angle, if I move this angle, this is one of, if I wrote this angle up here, then it would not be similar because the angle's in the wrong spot. Okay, here, let's try the tough part now. Okay, the tough part is now we have to label it. So what I'm going to do is you can start anywhere. Doesn't matter where you start. Okay, so I'm going to start up here with A. A is going here. Then I'm going to go down the long side, B, and come back to here. Now it has to be the same order over on this one. So I started in the corner with the 60. So I'm going to start there with X. Now if you look, I went down the long side. So this is going to be Y way over here. And then back to here would be my Z. So if I were to draw these out, triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Okay. Does the labeling make sense at all? Yes or no? How I do the lettering of it? Okay. I'm going to draw one out here, then I'm going to try to let you label it. Let's just do this for my triangle. One triangle and two triangles. Okay, and then let's go with like, let's make that an 80 degrees there, make this a 30 that side, this is a 10 this side. I'll make this a 80s over here. And let's make that 40 and make that 40. Okay? I want you right now to sketch this out. It doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. Like if I was sketching this, I would just go like this. Sketch that out on the piece of paper in front of you. Okay? Just sketch it out real quick. Then I want you to name this one ABC and this one XYZ. Okay? I'll tell you right now, you may get this right, but have it differently labeled on yours. Okay? I want you to sketch it out and see if you can, see if we end up with the same answer. I can give you both options as well. I'll give you a minute to work away with that. Oops. Okay. I'm going to label mine. So I'm going to start with my A up here. And I'm going to go to the 40. I'm going to put my B over here. And I'm going to go to the one that doesn't have an angle. I'm going to put a C. Okay. And on this one, I'm going to put X at the 80, a Y at the 40, and a Z at the one that doesn't have anything. Now you could have went the opposite way, but all I want to do is make sure that your first two kind of go in a logical fashion. Like these two should match on both of these. As in, mine go from 80 to 40, 80 to 40. Yours could be, like hypothetically, I could have done it like this. I'll go over here. I could have done A there and B here and C here. As long as over here, mine looks like this. Because I go from 40 to nothing here. Sorry, X, Y. Yeah, X starts at 40, goes to nothing. The very first one here goes 40 to nothing here. Okay? How did we do with that? Does that make sense to everybody? Were we able to do that? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay. Let me try this one with you now. I don't know if we can even look it up. I don't think our homework questions, there's not that many. So I don't want to pull too many of them. That's all I'll do. 1. So we've been working with really nice numbers so far, right? Let's go over some ugly numbers. So I'm going to tell you that these are similar. Okay, I'm just going to come out and tell you that these are similar. Okay? Then I'm going to give two numbers here. I'm going to put 8 here. Let's label this A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. Okay? Let's put this one down as 20. Okay, I told you these were similar. Right? So you know, I'll make this a 4 and put a 3 over here. So we're looking to fill in this box here, and we're trying to fill this box in here. Okay? So we need to find this middle number. Does anyone have a clue how to find what number connects these? We have a 20 and an 8. Can someone tell me, someone take a guess. Take your best guess of how do you think you connect these two? Before, when we had this, it was super simple because we'd have like a 10 and a 2. And you'd be, oh, 2 times 5 equals this. Right? We have a couple of shots in the dark. $20 divided by 8. Wonderful. So if we go 20 divided by 8, that's going to equal our special number we need in here. Is it 2.5? Yeah. 2.5. Good. So that means if we're going this way, since the number is getting bigger, we're going to multiply by 2.5. If we're going this way, our number is getting smaller, so we divide by 2.5. Okay? So for this one, 3 times 2.5 is going to equal 7.5. And coming back this way, 4 divided by 2.5 equals 1.6. Does that make sense to people? Okay. Who's working? Is anyone working off a phone at home right now? Just a phone. Give me a yes in chat if you're just working off a phone. Okay. So I will make a deal with you. We're going to go through a decimals activity. If we do that, when we go back to our homework, we can drop this first page of homework and you only do the second page of homework. Does that make sense? And I can go through you guys know how to do this. Although finding which goes with what is going to be the issue. So Alexander, you get the first homework question done. So if we take a look at this, right? These are similar triangles. I want you to solve for this number and this number. Okay? And the key here, like this triangle is nicely lined up. Right? but these triangles may not be. Like this triangle is not nicely lined up. We're trying to solve for this and this. The key is here's what's 7's partner over on this triangle? What number is 7's partner? Do you guys tell me that? $91? Good. Do you guys also say 91? Not 143, because if you look here, I always take a look at what the 7's between. Okay, the 7's between this thing here and the open one. Right, so 7's going to land between these two. Right, so 7's partner on the opposite one is also going to land between these two. So in that case, 7's partner is 91. Okay. Then if I take a look here, what's 5's partner? Let's get a different color. Let's go with orange. Right? Well, first of all, what's the magic number between these two? So we're going to take the big number and divide it by the little number. That equals 13. So our number is getting bigger. We're going to multiply going this way. Multiply to the bigger triangle. And coming back, we're going to divide by 3 for coming this way. Okay. So what's 5's partner here? It's between the blue and the orange. So 5's partner is between the blue and the orange. So it's going to be this number. And the last number's partner, I always hate that color. Gotta get rid of that color. We'll do that one. Make it bigger. The last one, of course, is going to be here. Okay? I'm going to copy, I can't copy and paste that. So do you see what I did there to kind of figure those out? And then you just do the multiplication. Coming back this way would be a divide. If I'm going this way, it's going to be 5 times 3 to get that one. Okay? So don't do this page of homework. Okay? But I want you to do the bottom page, which is 4 questions. One easy, gets a little bit harder, then 2 of the tougher ones. If we make it through these first 2, fine, I'm happy. If you make it through these 2, I'd be impressed, but don't be too worried about it. And as always, the solutions are down here, are right here. But I want to see you guys work